Hi, this is Deepak. I'm just adjusting the camera. I'm just adjusting the camera so you can see me clearly, and I hope you can. So I haven't been able to post in the last couple of days because I've been extremely busy, first teaching a course and then appearing for this launch of the virtual reality meditation program in Los Angeles. But I'm back here, and I want to talk about why self-knowledge is crucial for all of us. And self-knowledge can only come through self-awareness. So actually, even though I use the word self-awareness, awareness is the self. When we say, who am I? The best answer would be, I'm the awareness in which all experience happens, and I'm the awareness in which all experience is known. I am. When I say I'm Deepak, I'm a father, I'm a teacher, I'm a student, then I'm actually taking the I am and attaching it to an experience, and then I'm being bound by that experience. If we want freedom, then we have to have the fullness of experience, but at the same time, we have to know that the experience is just an arising and a subsiding in time in the fundamental state of being, which is awareness itself. So once we understand that, then we will also understand that our body is an experience. Your body. I am aware of my body. And how am I aware of the body? In what form am I aware of the body? I'm aware of my body as an intermittent arising and subsiding of sensations, images, feelings, and thoughts. And these have been changing ever since I was born. So I'm aware of my body that was a child, or at least I have a memory of my body that was a child. I have a memory of a body that was a teenager. The body is an experience awareness, in awareness. So is the mind. The mind is an experience of thoughts and feelings that arise intermittently in awareness. So they are modified forms of awareness itself. They are modulations, modified forms, experiences in awareness that arise in awareness, subside in awareness, are known in awareness, are made out of awareness. So once we recognize this, then we recognize that all experience occurs in awareness, is known in awareness, and the knowing of experience is in awareness, and without knowing experience, we cannot know anything. We cannot know anything. Now, if we look at this very carefully, we will understand that experience is in time because it comes and goes, but the awareness in which that experience happens, the awareness which that experience happens, is not in time. If we understand this, then we recognize ourselves as immortal beings. Immortal doesn't mean endless time. It means in timeless, non-local, formless domain. We are immortal. We are not subject to birth and death. I've quoted this phrase from the Bhagavad Gita, this saying from the Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna says, the real you is not in time. Water cannot wet it, wind cannot dry it, weapons cannot shatter it, fire cannot burn it. It is not subject to birth and death. It is not subject to birth and death. Knowing this, we overcome the fear of death. Knowing this, we stop clinging and grasping. Knowing this, we are not afraid of impermanence. Knowing this, we go beyond our ego. Knowing this, we are free to love. Knowing this, we are free to create. Knowing this, we feel inseparable with all that exists. Knowing this, we have spontaneous emergence of the evolutionary expression of consciousness's truth, beauty, harmony, and evolution. Knowing this, we are free, totally free. This has been called moksha. Moksha is the freedom of the conditioning that says that awareness is a property of the body, that awareness is a property of the brain, that awareness is a property of matter. How is it possible for a material object to be aware of itself? It's impossible, right? So only awareness can be aware of itself. And that awareness is self-knowledge. And that awareness is self-actualization. That awareness is self-realization, which is the ultimate goal of all goals, the ultimate goal of spiritual seeking as well. And this is so important to create a more healthy, happier, joyful, peaceful, sustainable world with economic and social justice, because we feel that we are inseparable with all that exists. Only feeling inseparable with all that exists can give you the freedom that you need to go beyond the fear of what is called the unknown and to relinquish the hypnosis or the prison of all that is known, the prison of all that has already happened. That's not where freedom is. The freedom is living in the unknown, which can be known to us as our own self. We are so distracted, so hypnotized by all our experiences that we don't recognize who's having the experience. So one of the things people say, well, I don't have awareness when I'm asleep. And that is wrong. What we don't have in sleep, in deep sleep, is experience. But who is it that knows that there was no experience in sleep? Awareness itself. So awareness doesn't go away, only experience goes away in sleep. This is the same with physical death. So if we cultivate awareness in sleep, if we cultivate awareness in deep sleep, if we cultivate awareness in the dream state, then we automatically realize that who we are is not subject to birth and death. It's the body-mind apparatus, which is an intermittent stream of sensations, images, feelings, and thoughts that is subject to birth and death, but not the self, not awareness itself. But we have to cultivate that. We have to cultivate self-realization, and ultimately we have to cultivate the experience in deep sleep and also in the dream state. When we cultivate that experience in deep sleep and the dream state, that state is called Turiya Tatta, also roughly translated as cosmic consciousness. Turiya is transcendental consciousness or awareness of self, but Turiya Tatta is the awareness of self in waking, dreaming, and sleeping. It is the awareness of self no matter what happens, and the realization that the body-mind is not who we are. The body-mind is an intermittent experience in the self. Beyond Turiya Tatta is what is called Bhagavad Chetna, or divine consciousness, when we become aware of awareness in the objects of our perception. In this state, the divine is not difficult to find. In this state, the divine is impossible to avoid. And beyond the Bhagavad Chetna is what is called Brahmi Chetna, or enlightened awareness, where you experience the self in which all the entire universe arises and subsides as an intermittent stream of sensations, images, feelings, and thoughts. The experience of the universe is no different than the experience of your own body, or the experience of your brain as a perceptual object, or the experience of a sunset in imagination, or the experience of a thought. So sensations, images, emotions, and perceptual experience, they're all intertwined, and they all exist in entanglement or superposition in your own awareness. Now, of course, scientists who are tied to the superstition of materialism will object to this language, and they'll say I'm misusing it. Well, I'm used to that criticism, and I'm not going to worry about that. Somebody says, can you repeat the Krishna quote? Yes, I'll repeat it. Your true nature is the self. By realizing the self, you will understand your own formless being. And that formless being is not subject to birth and death. Water cannot wet it, wind cannot dry it, weapons cannot shatter it, fire cannot burn it. It is immortal, it is timeless, it is your own inner being. And by knowing your own inner self, you actually have the self-realization that leads to the deepest understanding, which gets rid of the fear of death and clinging and grasping and fear of impermanence and identifying with your ego, which is a socially induced hallucination. So I think this should cover what I said today. Yes, knowledge is power. There's a phrase in the Rig Veda, Richo Akshare Parame Vyoman. Richo Akshare. All knowledge is structured in consciousness. All knowing is structured in consciousness. All experience is structured in consciousness. In fact, the whole universe is organized in consciousness. Consciousness conceives, governs, constructs, and becomes the universe, including the body-mind, which co-arises with the experience of the universe. The body-mind and the universe co-arise and co-subside in awareness as an intermittent stream of sensations, images, feelings, and thoughts. Knowledge is power, but this is not agency power, which can be taken away from you anytime. Agency power is the power that comes from having a lot of money, a title, fame, and fortune. Self-power is the power that comes from knowing your true self. When you know your true self, then you are present as being in every situation. You see that every perceptual object arises and subsides in the light of being, in the light of awareness. That's the true light, which brings color and form and taste and smell and texture to every experience. It's the presence in which all happens. And when you are grounded in that presence, then you simply watch the experience, and then you're also aware of who or what is having the experience. Who or what wants to know what's going on? Who or what wants to be aware of itself? There is no material object, including a brain, that can be self-aware. In fact, the brain neurons are not aware of themselves. You can take a knife and you can put it through the brain, and you will never have any pain as well. Srikar says, advise something on lucid dreaming, please. So just before you go to bed at night, have a little bit of witnessing awareness of all the things that have happened during the day. Just cultivate that, and soon you will see that what happened during the day is already a dream. Then suggest to yourself that I'm going to be aware of my deep sleep and also of my dream state, and just make that suggestion before you go to sleep. You may or may not experience lucid dreaming, but soon you will start to experience it. Then you recapitulate the dream in the morning, and then soon you'll be having witnessing awareness in sleep, in dreams, in waking state. And of course, if you meditate, that will also happen. Okay, there are now new technologies being developed that will amplify this experience. So I'm creating virtual reality experiences that will help you to accelerate these experiences, combining that with biofeedback and bioregulation, so we can take this one step further and accelerate the experience of the true self. We have a virtual reality game coming up soon that will in fact be basically the experience of the true self, and you will find out about it right here. Okay, last thing before I go, check out chopra.com/sages, and this is the Sages and Scientists Conference coming up in September 9th through 11th in Los Angeles, in Beverly Hills, and I hope you can join us there. Thank you so much, and I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay?